My name's Abby and I'm from Scotland.
What are you doing in Katowice?
That's a good question. I used to teach in China and I lived there for about 3.5 years, and I wanted a change. I wanted to live back in Europe, but not in the UK. My boyfriend's grandparents are Polish, but he'd never been to Poland. So
That's why you choose my country, yes?
yes, that's why we chose Poland.
Okay, so we walk by Katowice and we talk about you, yes?
Okay, perfect.
Okay. You have lived here for some time, so maybe you are used to Polish culture. Are there any parts of our culture which you cannot accept or understand, or which you find strange?
I'm quite used to Polish culture because in a lot of ways it's very similar to Scottish culture. They don't seem to be too different in my opinion, but something I have found difficult here is the lack of tolerance. It's not with everybody. Many people, most people even, are very tolerant and very nice people. But as Poland is not such a diverse country, it's not so tolerant. It doesn't have so much experience with different cultures and different ways of life. So that's been a little hard for me.
Do you have some wrong experience?
I've had a few people saying things that I don't agree with, that they don't like certain cultures or that they don't like certain ways of life, when there's a very high chance they probably haven't met people of these culture or of this lifestyle, so they might not know if they don't like them because they haven't met them, but it's an attitude that's in the media.
And for example, your boyfriend have the same experience?
Yeah, he's had the same experiences. We spend a lot of time together, so we tend to have a lot of the same experiences, but with people he's spoken to and experiences he's had, I think he has the same idea. And I should say it's not everybody. Most people in Poland are lovely.
Abby, what surprised you the most when you first came to Poland?
The first thing that surprised me was the affluence, the money that was in particularly Katowice. We have I had an idea of Poland as being quite poor and struggling a little, I guess, but that's not at all what it's like. There's a lot of development, a lot of investment, a lot of money. There are more individual restaurants and cafes here than I've seen in many other places. It's very different to the UK. The UK has chain restaurants, chain cafes, chain shops everywhere. Poland has a lot more unique one-shop businesses, and I was surprised by that in a positive way. The second thing that surprised me was the pollution. I partly left China to get away from the pollution, and I assumed that Europe would all have nice air with no pollution. I was a little wrong. Poland in the winter, particularly Katowice area, has bad pollution. That was a bit of a shock.
Did you have any preconceived ideas of Poland before you came?
Yes, I guess I did. Some positive and some negative. My stereotype of Polish people was that they drank a lot of vodka and liked to fight.
Yes?
Yes. I don't really know where this idea came from, but I've met some Polish people in the UK, so I kind of knew that wasn't true, but it's hard to push out a stereotype. And while I don't think Polish people like to fight, I still know that they like to drink. That's been proved true. As for Poland as a country, my preconceived idea was that it was still a poor country, still struggling to develop and still suffering from a lack of investment and a lack of money. I guess this is partly true and partly not true. Places I've seen like Katowice are developing really quickly and have had a lot of change, but I have heard that other places don't see so much investment and still remain quite poor.
Do you know some famous Polish people on the world?
I know Marie Curie, she's Polish.
Yes.
Chopin, but I know that you're not supposed to say his name like that. But I don't remember the Polish way to say it. Any other Polish people?
Frederick.
Frederick.
Yes.
Frederick Chopin, that's it. I know, I might embarrass myself here. Lech Wałęsa?
Yes.
I know that he was to do with solidarity. Anybody else? No.
Jean-Paul II. It's a Papa.
Don't know him.
Okay. And yes, for me is the most famous man from your country is a man who play James Bond. Yes.
Oh, Sean Connery.
Yes.
I'm happy you said him and not Mel Gibson from Braveheart.
Does Mel Gibson show your country bad? It's not true?
It's not historically accurate. It's a very patriotic movie, and I can't help but feel very proud of Scotland when I watch it or hear the catchphrases, but it's not historically accurate.
For example, maybe it's a stereotype, but all men in Scotland have a skirt?
Have a kilt?
Yes, yes.
It's not a stereotype. Most men, some men in Scotland have kilts at weddings. Almost all men wear kilts. It's still very much part of the culture.
So this is not stereotype, this is true.
It's true.
Okay. The Polish people moving abroad tend to search out Polish friends in their new country. Was it the same for you here, that you search out Scottish or English friends to help you adapt to life in Poland? And how about now? Do you surround yourself with only Scottish friends or English friends, or do you also socialize with locals? How did you manage to build such a social cycle?
To be honest, I haven't really made any friends here. It's been a bit tough. When we first moved here, we tried to make friends. We went out to the pubs and we went and tried to socialize. But as an adult, it's hard to make friends. It's difficult to go up and say, "Hi, I have no friends. Can I be your friend?" Because it's a bit strange when you're not a child. My working hours make it difficult for me to join any social clubs or activities. So I guess my social circle is the other teachers that I work with. So that would be English and Canadian and New Zealand
Not
people.
Not Polish people.
Not Polish. Which is a shame. I teach a lot of Polish people and there's a lot of students that I would like to socialize with because they're interesting or friendly, but it's a different dynamic. They're my students and I'm a teacher, so it's not probably not a good idea. Some people are
are open to multicultural societies, whereas others believe that it destroys the local culture. What is your opinion?
Personally, I am all for multicultural societies. If we accept other cultures and live with other cultures, we can learn from them, we can learn more, and we can become a better society. If we're only one culture, we don't develop, we don't improve, and we don't learn anything other than what we already know. Maybe it's because I'm from a very multicultural country. The UK has a long history of different cultures. I think it's really important.
For example, in your city, when you were born, yes, also live, I don't know, Polish people and another exotic country?
Yeah, perhaps my exact town is a bad example. In the Highlands of Scotland, there isn't a lot of diversity, but we absolutely have a lot of Polish people, Indian, Pakistani, we have a lot of Asian people. There's a lot of different cultures, and the further south you go in the UK, the more multicultural it gets.
Now you prepare to your new trip, yes?
Yes.
When?
I will leave Poland in about 3 weeks. I will spend some time in the UK, and then I will go to China, hopefully August.
Why China?
This time China because I have been there before, I have friends there, I have a job there that I know the students, and I know the way of teaching there, and I can earn a good salary there. It's a good place for me to go.
Do you know Chinese language?
A little. And my Chinese is better than my Polish.
Better?
Yeah,
Yes.
I was in China for longer, and in China it's more necessary to speak Chinese. I took Polish lessons here. It was really difficult, but in Katowice it's not necessary for me to speak Polish. So many people speak good English, and they're so helpful and so willing to speak to me in English.
That's why China is for you like a challenge?
Yes, it's definitely a challenge.
More than Polish, more than Poland. Yes?
Yeah, Poland has been like a home away from home. It's quite similar to the UK, particularly Scotland, and it's not that different. China is like an alien country.
So thank you for your lesson, for me and my colleague, and now our lesson in my job would be set.
Thank you. I've enjoyed teaching you. You've all been really great.
So thank you, and I think we will be in touch. Yes?
For sure, absolutely.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.